today's video, we discuss key legal issues facing a multidisciplinary healthcare center that includes a medical doctor, chiropractor, health coach, nurse, psychologist, behavioral health counselor, nutritionist, physical therapist, and other practitioners. Hi, I'm Michael H. Cohen, founding attorney of Cohen Healthcare Law Group. We help healthcare industry clients navigate healthcare and FDA legal issues and launch or keep scaling their health and wellness product or service. Let's say you've got someone named Bob. He's a professional trainer, personal trainer, went to school, became a registered nurse, got a certificate in nutrition, then started recommending supplements and nutritional recipes for family and friends. He's interested in IBS, low FODMAP foods, lots of things. He's got a YouTube channel. It grew into a huge success, and he began selling his supplements and some at-home lab tests online. Now, there are lots of people like Bob. They have different combination of skills. They're terrific at marketing. Maybe it's you, and let's say that Bob wants to build up a health coaching business, expand the brand, and create certifications to teach health coaches under the brand. The health coaching includes reviewing the do-it-at-home lab tests, advising on the menus and food plans, talking about functional medicine, improving lifestyle. The health coaches would live all over the U.S., and so the digital platform would reach customers across all the states. Now, what do we have to look at here? A huge legal challenge is that Bob is an RN, and he's the one putting the business together. So in the clinical domain, an RN has a certain scope of practice, but they cannot supervise or direct a licensed MD. So there are some rules that might apply to Bob's business model, having to do, depending on whether or not he includes an MD. Also, RNs have a certain scope of practice and standardized procedures between a nurse and an MD can be developed, but not with a chiropractor. So the biggest challenge here is that the health coaches in the company, in one way that I just described or another, could be seen as engaging in unlicensed and corporate practice of medicine. So as takeaways, the company needs to have their business model reviewed because it sets up what health coaching is all about and what's included, and the website because it's going to make promises to customers about what the company means by health coaching. There are other rules, like the nurse practitioner can't furnish drugs and devices for patients of the chiropractor, so there's all sorts of lines that could be crossed. And another one is the line between health coaching on one hand and clinical advice on the other. Prosecutors can look at the whole package, and they can be very selective in who they target for enforcement. Also, we mentioned reviewing lab tests. Even if they're do-it-yourself at home, that's on the riskier end of the activity or services spectrum. Now, talking about goals, motivation, and setting goals, that's on the less risky end. Now, medical intake, going back again, is on the risky end. But if you have a bland questionnaire, that can lower your risk profile. So it's very nuanced. As a law firm, our approach is practical. And you can see that we can talk through the issues and tick them off and spot them. But we don't necessarily need to write a huge memo looking at all 50 states, researching the practice of medicine, because we know the concept, we know the business models, we know the hot buttons, and we can assess regulatory risk, and then we can craft the documents that you need to operationalize the model. Also, we can give you some critical early input during a legal strategy session with a member of our legal team, which you can read more about on our website. As a law firm, we're looking to enjoy a long-term relationship and to provide you with value at the start. Thanks for watching. If you still have questions, click on the link below, cohenhealthcarelaw.com/contact. Send us a message or book an appointment. Here's to the success of your healthcare venture. We look forward to speaking with you soon.